Hi there, it's Mike again from AvanTech. In this video, I'm going to show how to set up alarms and rules based on any of the sensors that you have associated with the device. In this case, I'm going to continue from the last example where I created this manual vehicle inspection with several input parameters that the user can enter in directly. These are manual inputs, not connected to a sensor or not, but you can do it with live sensors or with manual inputs. So these are the sensors I have in this simulated service rig as an example, and I'm going to go on over to the alarms tab here where you would set each of these up. So I'll edit the alarms and then I'm going to add in several new ones. So I'll add a new alarm, and this will just allow me to create a field for it, and I'll just put that in as a name. You can name it, of course, whatever you like. I'll call this one for the windshield, and this is going to be an alarm based on the service rig sensor that we've now added for inspection windshield. And so basically what we're doing is we're creating an alarm based on a condition of this sensor, and in this case we want to say if this sensor is equal to 0, which is the false condition. 1 would mean it's true, 0 is if it's false, and that's going to be my alarm. So I want an alarm to be true if the windshield is not okay when the user saves that. And so I'm going to just add 2 additional ones. I'll call these very similarly, one for the windshield, one for the lights. So again, just choose the service rig and the sensor for inspection lights, and we want to check if it's equal to 0. Save that one. And one final one for the brakes, and so again, so choose the service rig and the sensor, which is our inspection brakes okay, and if the value of that sensor is equal to 0, we're going to create an alarm. Okay, so those 3 I've saved. You can actually see as I saved each one, they show up here as the 3 alarms, and at the moment they're all colored green because that's an okay condition for an alarm. If the alarm happens, they'll color red, and I can show that if I just go back to my dashboard, and if somebody in the field or at any other time sets one of these to false and submits that form saying the windshield is not okay, then on my device I will see that showing up as an alarm. And so you can see here now the vehicle inspection windshield has gone red, so that's an alarm condition because of that input field. So I'll just flip that back and save that, and the alarm condition will be cleared. And it's going to take a sec to update. Oh, whoops, I think I set the wrong value. I'll go back to the dashboard. Yeah, I need them all to be true. So I'll turn them all back true, save that. That should clear the alarms. I actually turned on more than one, so you saw that with looking at multiple of them showing up. Now they're all back to green. So all the alarms are okay. The conditions are back where we want them. So that's how you use alarms. They're available to anybody who has access to that device and can see these and display them. If I want to now create a notification for that, I use the area called rules. So we'll go here and we'll create a new rule, and we'll just name it that the inspection failure, or let's call it maintenance needed, and we'll create an alarm based on, a rule which will run based on certain alarm conditions, and we can combine multiple alarm conditions. So in this case with the service rig, I am going to look for a windshield being active as an alarm, or the lights, or the brakes. And so you can combine so that any of these conditions being true will trigger this rule to execute. You can also set it that they all have to be true. So in this case, if any of those fail, we want it to be true. So that's what I've got set up here. And then I can set up what the action is. So I can say add my email and add a phone message, and if I want to customize the message, I can do that. As well, I can even set a schedule of when these rules apply. The default is that it's on active all the time, but you might want to use this to only monitor something on certain days or certain shifts, or maybe work days and not weekend. I'll just leave that off, save this rule, so that anytime one of these conditions goes true, I'm going to get a notification. So that's all you do to save it, and the rule's running, and everything now is active and just waiting for, in the future, someone to do a new vehicle inspection. And if that occurs and somebody turns on or turns off one of these good checks, meaning that the alarm is going to happen, as soon as that gets submitted, the alarm happens, and immediately it gets a notification, which I actually see just occurred on my phone. You might have heard it. And so it's an immediate response indicating that I've had a message with the name of my rule. And so that's how you set those up. It allows you to, have alarms on the device itself and create rules that will notify you based on any combination of those alarms. So hope that was helpful. Talk to you later.